Let me give you a broad outline of the course before we move on to the detail. Keto is short for ketogenic. Anything that is ketogenic causes our body to be in a state of ketosis. Now we can put the body in a state of ketosis in one of two ways. First of all, we can fast. This means not eating at all for some days. And the second method is to choose carefully the kind of foods that we eat. The food that we eat is broken down into simpler molecules in our stomach, which are transported around the body by the blood. The body's cells absorb these molecules and break them down even further, creating energy in the process. Our bodies have around 47 trillion cells, and these cells are very flexible, they're very adaptive. Broadly speaking, they can burn two kinds of fuel: sugar or fat. Conventional wisdom tells us that fat is bad for us, but this is not strictly true. It depends also on the kind of fat and the proportions of the fat you eat compared to the other food groups. There are three major food groups: carbohydrates, protein, and fat. Carbohydrates metabolize into sugar. In a later video, we'll take a look at why it's much more efficient and much healthier for our cells to burn fat than sugar. Latest research is showing a profound relationship between disease and what we eat. Paradoxically, the so-called balanced Western diet is detrimental to health, and in many cases actually causes disease. Such diseases include diabetes, Alzheimer's, and of course cancer. In a later video, we're going to look at this special case called cancer and how it relates to our diet. As many people have observed, ketosis does promote weight loss, and that in itself helps us to become healthier. But it's still possible to be thin and quite unhealthy at the same time. On top of this, the only way to lose weight while you're still eating a conventional Western diet is to severely restrict the calories. In fact, restricting them so much that the dieter is constantly hungry. Currently, there is an epidemic of very serious diseases. The latest research indicates that these diseases may well be caused by the very food that we eat. For thousands of years, getting our bodies into ketosis wasn't an issue. It wasn't a problem. Over millennia, before farming was industrialized, people ate whatever was in season. In the summer, there's an abundance of fruits, so our cells burn sugar. At the other extreme, in the winter, they ate mostly meat and animal fats, so the cells simply flipped over to burning fat. At any time of the year, there would probably be shortages of all kinds of foods. It's very probable that people didn't eat for 2 or 3 days before finding food or finding something they can kill to eat. This kind of enforced fasting causes the body to break down any stored fat and send it to the cells in order for them to make energy. So these are the two ways in which we can put our bodies into ketosis. We can either deprive it of food altogether for a few days, or we can eat the right food groups. In fact, the optimum path is to combine the two. In the rest of the course, we'll see how combining these two methods promotes optimal health.